We have an edict to read, as I did last week. Having prayerfully considered this matter over the last 18 months and over many consultations and meetings, the session have decided to bring this before the congregations. Election of elders. The session of this pastoral charge has decided to add one new member to the eldership. A meeting of the congregation will be held in St Paul's, Armidale and Moonbi Christian Fellowship churches on the Sunday, the 2nd of November 2025, to elect the new elders. The session are nominating Mr Murray Scanlon for the position of elder. Only communicant members should vote. Voting members will be shown by hands at Moonbi and ballot at Armidale. Right, as I said last week, we're one body down here. We're all members. So please, when the time comes to vote, because we're all affected. An elder is somebody who oversees the congregations, and Moonbi is part of Armidale session, and we're looked after. In brief, ordination of an elder is the authoritative admission of a man to an office in the Church of God. We see examples of ordination in both the Old Testament and the New Testament. In the Old Testament, we read of the ordination of Aaron to the priestly ministry, of Joshua, the successor of Moses as leader of Israel, of David to the throne of Israel, and of Elisha to his ministry as a prophet. In the New Testament, we find examples of men being ordained to church office and various Bible readers command to ordain men to church office. Let's take a closer look at ordination. Ordination is not for everyone in the church. It is for men who have been gifted and called by the church to the office of elder or to the office of deacon. And with regard to eldership, particularly Timothy and Titus tell us the qualifications for an elder. The church has identified men with the gifts for these offices, and it has then elected them to those offices. But these men are not yet church officers. They must be set apart by the elders of the church to that office. This admission to ministry comes with prayer and the laying on of hands. In this way, these men are set apart to office in such a way that they are committed to the Lord for his blessing in their labours. Paul reminds Timothy of the time when the council of elders laid their hands on you. As an elder, Timothy is to join the elders in the laying on of hands, that is, the ordination of gifted, chosen men to office in the church. What does ordination mean to church officers, and what does it mean for those of us who may never step into church office? First, ordination as an ordinance of Christ is a reminder to the church that although officers have been chosen by the church, their office and the authority that comes with that office comes from Christ. Their authority does not derive from themselves, neither does their authority derive from the church. It comes from Christ. Ordination is a reminder to the whole church that every church officer is accountable to Christ. He must aim to please Christ and to do so in accordance with his revealed will in Scripture. This is why ordinands pledge publicly at ordination services their commitment to Christ and to his word. It is also why at these services the congregation often commits itself to render all due honour and obedience to the Lord, to its officers, and to its officers. Second, ordination is a reminder to the church that although officers are men with great gifts for service in the church, they must depend entirely on Christ in their ministry. Well, the thing to remember is that, as Paul said, it is through weakness that God shows his power. We are but men, and we need the power of Christ in us. So, Murray, would you like to come and ask us about our congregation? Oh, sorry, we'll ask you about your faith. welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And it's great that you could come down and meet with us. It's a bit hard to vote on somebody that you don't know.
Look, I understand that. I wouldn't vote on me either if you didn't know.
An humble man. It's lovely to have you here. And the congregation doesn't know it, but Murray and Jen are coming for lunch later on to meet with Ian and Hugh and Anna and Del.
Look forward to that.
Which is a real privilege, so we're looking forward to it too.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell me, we've read a little bit about your work history.
Yeah?
Tell us about your spiritual history.
Well, have we got a lifetime? Okay. So, I came to know the Lord when I was 14 years of age on a camp in Berrydale from an Anglican background. And in coming to know the Lord, my favourite verse was, draw near to God and he'll draw near to you. Mm-hmm. James 4 verse 8. And as I progressed in my life, as growing as a Christian, I became a fellowship leader in the St Stephen's Church at Coachouse. Mm-hmm. And I then went on to become church warden for the minister.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I had an episode in my life where I cursed God. I was married in 1984, 3rd of July, to a very beautiful lady. Mm-hmm. And on the 3rd of July, 1982 I married her. On the 3rd of July 1984, same day, she died. She was killed in a car accident of which I attended as a first responder.
Wow.
So with that, I stood on Bilpin, a farm at Bilpin, on the dam wall and cursed God. Mm-hmm. And I paid the price for that because I was in the wilderness for about 9 years.
Right.
As much as everyone wanted me to understand, it was hard.
It is hard.
So, because God's sovereign, I received the grace. Now, to say that, I mean, I'd already received grace with my conversion, mm-hmm. but I re-received the grace when I was attending a church, not by design, but just because I just got sick of being lonely in my wilderness.
Right.
And I heard the message all over again, that I needed Jesus in my life, and so I accepted to admit to God that I had failed him by cursing him.
God does that. Mm. If we have truly given our heart to him, he will not let us go.
No, that's right.
He will bring us
in
back.
Mark it says, once found, never lost.
Yes.
And I can attest to that because I did feel like I was in a wilderness.
Great.
But with great gain came a reward. In that time I had met my wife on a bridge at a school that she was teaching at, mm-hmm. but didn't know that she was going to be my wife.
Okay.
So it was, and on that day she'd been praying to God saying, I want to meet the man I want to marry today, Lord, come on, it's time. I'm not getting any younger. So anyway, I think it was nearly 20 years later to the day that we got married.
Great.
And we'd been married for 21 years.
Right.
And it's been a wonderful journey having her beside me. It's taught me that God is, in his sovereignty, looks after you. He
does.
He doesn't put trials or tribulations in front of you to keep you tested. He puts them there to keep you reminded that he is a gracious God and he looks after us.
And we grow through these
Correct.
trials.
Correct.
Yeah, come closer to him.
Yep. And I do feel closer, much more closer than I did when I cursed him on that damn wall.
Great.
Mm.
And I understand you had some reservations about being asked to be an elder, but you decided to accept, and I'm pleased about that. Tell me why.
My reservations, I've always seen myself as a Barnabas, someone that is behind the scene doing the job, yep. and not necessarily standing out the front and saying how to do the job. That was how I saw myself. But 6 years ago, I felt called to come to Armidale as a paramedic educator for the New South Wales Ambulance. We sold our house, we came, and then COVID hit. Terrific. It challenged me a lot, and it left me with questioning why God had brought me to Armidale if I'm not going to be able to do my job. I did my job through COVID, but then I suffered the pangs of that, the long hours, I burnt out. And I'm transitioning to retirement now. So after 40 years of service in the ambulance service, I'm pulling up stakes. Now, to answer your question, I was always reserved about being an elder because I didn't think I could give it everything.
Okay.
But now I feel I can give it everything, the service that it requires.
How?
Well, I'm already doing what I've always done in the background.
Yep.
But there's things that need to grow in Armidale. There are different avenues that need to be explored. But you can't do that if you're in an ageing population.
Sure. Because
some of the energy and strength leaves you.
Yep.
So it's time to bring in some, hopefully, energy.
Great. And as I said earlier, it's through our weakness
Mm-hmm.
God
I heard
works
that.
in us.
I heard that, and I thought, yes, that's right.
Yep, so, very much so. Just one final question. Do you believe in the creation of 6 days?
In the Bible and in Genesis, it tells us how heaven and earth were created. Mm-hmm. It was created in 6 days.
Yep.
And on the 7th he rested. And I agree entirely with that. So, by the grace of God, yes.
Grace. I mean, if we can't accept that, we can't accept that God can do anything, really and truly.
True.
A little bit about us. We're an unruly mob. As you can see, we're an elderly mob. We care for the people in the nursing home, and many of them are able to come and join with us, which is great. And the effect of that is the nursing home staff say that it has improved the quality of their lives up there. And not only just the people that come to meet with us, but also generally speaking, when we are faithful to God, He works around us. And it's in that sense, I think, that He is working in the home simply because we're here and we love Him. We have our ups and downs, but God brings us through them. Like you, I have had tragedy in my life. My son died at 39 and my wife died tragically not quite 18 months ago. One moment she was talking to me, the next minute she was dead.
Mm-hmm.
But in those things, as you have learned over a period of time, God helps us and brings us through. So thank you for speaking with us, telling us a little bit about your faith walk, and may God bless you.
My pleasure.
Right. Thanks, Murray.
Thank you.